This tutorial will show you how to create projects in Assistance PSA. In Assistance PSA, go to the Projects module and click Projects. On the top ribbon bar, hit the New button. PSA will bring you to the General section of the project screen. Your first step when creating a project is to link it to a CRM opportunity. By doing so, both elements will reference each other when performing data analysis. Note that if no opportunity generated the project, you can leave the field blank. You can also link your project to a program. This functionality is covered in an advanced course of Assistance PSA. Leave the field blank. Project name is a mandatory field. Note that PSA has automatically copied the description of the opportunity. You can change it if need be. Also note that when no opportunity is selected, you must enter a name here. Your project number will be automatically generated by PSA once you save your data. It is based on the settings of your organization and cannot be overwritten. Now select the project type specific to this project. The template field is mandatory and is especially important as it will automatically create the breakdown structure of your project in the Items section. Select Sure Step Elements. Note that once your project is saved, you no longer have the option to change your template. The status of your project is in progress. Check the corresponding status in the lookup screen. Now, fill out the fields located on the right side of the project screen. The currency displayed here is the one set up in CRM. Leave the field as is. Now use the drop-down calendar to define a start and end date for your project. You also need to define a specific price per mile and a distance for your project. When in your timesheet, you will then be able to copy this default setting as an expense entry. If you set this field at Yes, the timesheet will only display internal hour types for this project. This is not the case here. Leave it at No. The next two fields are information fields only, and they will allow you to indicate if your contract has been sent and signed. Now go to the Internal section. If you have connected Assistance PSA to your financial backend solution, you need to select the business unit that will be used for financial integration. Note that this field can also be used as an additional parameter with regards to reporting. You can assign a CRM team to your project as well as a supervisor. Both fields are information fields only, but you can use them for reporting and workflow purposes. Because you have set up your organization with project management approval, you must assign a project manager to your project. This person will be responsible for approving the hours and expenses of the project. For the purpose of this tutorial, select yourself. Now select the person responsible for approving the invoices of the project. For more detail on this matter, please refer to the Invoicing module of the Fundamentals series. For the purpose of this tutorial, also select yourself. Now scroll down to get the Account section. Here also, PSA has automatically carried over the account information from the opportunity. You can change it via the lookup function if need be. Note that if no opportunity is linked to the project, you must select an account here. The next section is related to the financial information of your project. At this point in time, no value is displayed here since no data has been entered in the project. This will change, however, as the project unfolds. Now save your data but remain in the same screen. PSA will save the project and generate its number. Your next step is to define your project team members, and if applicable, your project rates. Click the left box in order to select your project team members. Note that the top ribbon bar has changed. Click Add Existing User. In the Lookup Records screen, check the box of the people who will need access to this project for booking their time and expenses. Select yourself and another user. Your project team is now completed. Note that you can come back at any given time during the project to add or withdraw people from this list. Now click the Project Rate box. you need to create specific rates for this project. In the top bar, hit Add New Hourly Rate. PSA will bring you to the hourly rate screen, the same actually as in the PSA tables. You want to create a project rate specific to the hour type consultant. Select the hour type, and in the Selling Price Unit field, enter 145. Once you're done, click Save and New in order to create a second rate. This time, it will be specific to you as a project manager. Select the hour type. In the Employee field, check your name and enter 250 in the selling price per unit. Once you're done, click Save and Close. You have completed the creation of 2 specific rates for this project. From now on, whenever a team member books time towards this project using the hour type consultant, PSA will apply a selling rate of 145 per hour. As for yourself, whenever you book time towards this project with the hour type project manager, PSA will apply a selling rate of 250 per hour. In both cases, PSA will apply the standard rates defined in the PSA tables for the cost and transfer rates of the employee booking the time. You have now defined the general parameters of your project as well as defined your team members and rates. Your next step is to go to the Items section where you will find your project structure as defined in your project template with its different phases and items. Best practice is to complete this section when creating your project. However, it is not mandatory. At this point in time, your project is created, and provided that your project items are active, you can already start booking time and expenses towards them. The completion of your items section is the subject of a separate tutorial. For now, all your parameters have been saved. You can go ahead and close the window, or click Save and New to create a new project. We will finish this tutorial with a brief review of 3 other projects, each one corresponding to a specific exercise in the step-by-step guide, The Fundamentals. The first one will be a consultancy mandate related to strategy development. You will be the project manager as well as invoice approver here, and in addition to yourself, you will have to select one other resource. There will be no specific rates for this project. You will leave this box blank as you want PSA to select the standard rates. The second project will be related to your support contract. Again, you will be the project manager as well as invoice approver, and in addition to yourself, you will have to select one other resource. Finally, no special rates will be created here either. The third project will be defined as internal and will allow you to capture administrative time and leave time for the employees of your organization. You will be the project manager, but for the purpose of approving time and expenses entries only. Note that you will select your own organization in the Account section. And finally, here you will enter all the employees within your organization and leave the rate box blank. You have created all your projects. Your next step is to go in Assistance PSA and do the corresponding exercises in the step-by-step guide, The Fundamentals.